Let me start out by saying and make this very, very, very clear to you people out there. Listen, if you don't get out there and buy a home, you're going to be broke forever. Your kids are going to go to bad schools. Nobody's ever going to love you. And you are just going to have spent your entire life making a big nothing of it. And you know why it's going to be like that? Because home prices are never going to go down. And guess what? If you don't have a home right now, you're just going to be left behind, having to deal with that landlord, having to deal with living in a bad area, like tons of crime going on in the area. Like it is totally over if you don't get out there and buy a home right now. Well, that's not exactly true, but that is a narrative that they are pushing out here. The mainstream media, the realtors, the lenders, that's what they're all telling you. They're all trying to scare you. If you don't buy a home right now, you're going to lose out on the American dream. But what I'm here to tell you today is that for a lot of people, accessing the American dream at the wrong time is going to turn into an American nightmare. Because one thing is always true, and I heard this from Gary Cardone. I didn't even know that Gary Cardone existed. I've always heard of Grant Cardone, and I'm like, who in the world is Gary Cardone? But I was listening to a podcast, and what Gary Cardone says, there's free cheese in every rat trap. And real estate right now, they're giving out a lot of free cheese, but it's a rat trap for most of you. So what do you believe? Do you think that home prices are never going to come down? You're probably insane if you think that they will never come down, but Mark, over the last 50 years or 100 years, they've always gone up. And you know what? You're probably right about that. But affordability, the right time to buy, it's probably coming around for a lot of you. And if you just wait and be patient, you'll probably end out on top. So before we get into today's video and talk about all of the great things that I know you want to know about the real estate market, first of all, I want to thank everybody who subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, I'm not thanking you yet. You need to go ahead and subscribe. But seriously, we have grown this channel in record pace. We just crossed over 1,000 subscribers. I never thought that I would be at 1,000 subscribers. And oh my God, I'm really thankful for everybody's support. And I'm just going to keep checking out these videos. And some of you haven't seen me in a couple of days and you're like, Mark, where have you been? Well, one thing about me is I actually am a licensed realtor and I actually do sell houses. So I'm in the field sometime, showing houses, taking listings. I'm not like the rest of the YouTubers where YouTube is just like my full-time thing. I actually do have things to do during the day. So I promise I'm going to keep making this content, educating everybody about not only the Atlanta real estate market, but the United States real estate market in general. But things come up and I do have to keep the lights on. So keep that in mind. Even more the reason why you should go ahead and like this video, share it, of course, and subscribe. And I don't know if you all have been paying attention to what's been happening with the stock market over the last couple of days. It's like whenever something bad happens, like a lot of money is made in the stock market, and you're probably trying to figure it out because some of you out there, you probably were buying puts or going short and you've been getting burned the last couple of days. Well, that's probably because you just don't understand the way that the markets work. So if you need help on that, it's only $99 to be able to get my stock trading course. I teach you how to trade stocks, crypto, treasuries, even how to understand mortgage rates. That's really when I'm waiting to buy another home, when mortgage rates go oversold. But if you haven't taken the course or you don't understand the markets, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So hit the link in the description and let's get rolling. And like I said before, everybody's saying that housing prices are never going to go down. You know what? I don't care what your opinion is. And I'm sure if you are a contrarian or maybe you agree with everything everyone else is saying, you don't care what mine is. But guess what? That's why we have numbers. And let's jump into the numbers, the year-over-year numbers that we just received for the Metro Atlanta Metropolitan Statistical Area, the MSA, whatever. Let's jump into it. And so as you can see, we got a big decline in the amount of homes that were sold last month compared to 2022. And I know a lot of you are going to blame this on inventory. Call it what you want, but people are not really going for these rates, whether they can't afford it or maybe they just don't like it. We had a 21% decline in the amount of homes or residential units that were sold here in Metro Atlanta. I mean, we only had a little bit over 5,500 homes sold, which is abysmal. I don't even think I've seen a September that bad in the 6 years that I've been selling real estate. But hey, once again, median residential sales price is still going up. It's went up about 3.45%. If you've been watching my previous videos, you know that I've got my eye on the $350,000 price point. If median home prices go under $350,000 by January, then you're probably going to have a reversal on prices, because we talked about that double top, and this is more stuff that you probably just don't understand if you're not, in the stock course, or I don't know, just don't understand the markets. Average residential sales price is way up, 457,000, up 5.78% compared to last year. And as you can imagine, because of those interest rates being really high compared to where they were a couple of years ago, and people having really low interest rates, and a lot of people aren't selling. Active residential listings fell another 8%, and residential inventory is also down another 6%. So on one hand, the numbers do paint the picture that home prices are still going up, but how long can they keep going up if people aren't buying? Make sure that you comment below. I mean, do you believe in supply and demand? Like, okay, yes, we have low supply, but the demand is also probably lower than the supply is. I don't know. Would you consider the amount of homes that we have now on the market lower than the demand that people have for buying homes? I mean, how many people do you know that are buying homes right now? I mean, obviously, I know a lot more people that are buying homes because I work in the industry, but how many people do you know that are actively looking for homes right now? Probably not that many. Of course, it just depends on your income bracket. But comment below, let me know what you think there. And honestly, if you're not buying a house, it's because they really aren't affordable. According to Fortune, the U.S. housing market has gotten so expensive that income would have to jump 55% to make buying affordable, a real estate executive says. Well, I don't know if you would consider me a real estate executive, and I don't know how everyone's income or most people's income would be able to jump 55%. But that's a pretty shocking number. I mean, that's like somebody going from making $60,000 a year all the way up to $90,000 a year in a very short amount of time so they could be able to buy a home. Of course, student loan debt repayments have just started back, which I don't know if they factored into thinking about when they said this, but if you have to make an extra 55%, I don't know, if you're on an income-based payment plan, your student loan payment is probably going to go up again or significantly as well. So it's just a big mess. And a big shout out to the baby boomers, because you all are doing it big. I mean, grandma and grandpa, or pop and Mimi, or whatever you guys go by, you all are balling right now. And it sucks if you're young, because according to Yahoo Finance, a lack of young homeowners or a lack of younger homeowners is a tragedy at a generational level, according to the Redfin CEO. Yeah, I mean, didn't you guys set up a lot of this stuff in the past so we could be more prosperous in the future? But gosh, I don't think it worked, because young people right now are having the hardest time. Like, I literally have not seen too many people in Gen Z actually out here buying homes. I mean, Gen Z is really good at making money though. Isn't that odd? Like, the people that I know in Gen Z, that they are really hustlers, but for some reason, they're not able to buy these homes. Well, that's because you actually have to have a job. See, hustles and the side hustles and all those things like that. Fortunately, it doesn't really help you get a mortgage. So go get you a W-2 job, Gen Z, and go make $40,000 and see where that takes you. And lastly, the Redfin CEO just can't stop opening his mouth. I mean, gosh, who keeps calling on this guy? I mean, he doesn't even have his hand raised, and people are always just reaching out to him to find out what's going on. Redfin CEO issues a dire warning on the U.S.'s rock bottom real estate market. The American dream is in trouble. So apparently, to the Redfin CEO, he thinks that housing prices aren't going to get any lower. He thinks that this is rock bottom. 8% interest rates, median home prices. I know for Metro Atlanta, we just talked about that being $385. This is rock bottom for the housing market. Gosh, if this is rock bottom, a lot of you all are in trouble, myself included, because I am looking to buy more real estate. But I mean, if it just keeps getting more expensive, then maybe I'll get the chance to come live with you all. But do you think that this is rock bottom for the real estate market? I don't know. I mean, if you're watching this channel, my guess is that you don't think it's rock bottom. But comment below. Let me know what you think. Is the Redfin CEO right? Or is he just the person that's in the classroom just always answering questions, although nobody asked him? And lastly, I just want to share an experience that I had yesterday. I mean, I love going to see brand new homes. I mean, don't we all? All the new amenities, and you can see like how close you are going to be to your next door neighbor. And yeah, I went to this home or this subdivision by Rocklin Homes, and this is a massive, massive subdivision. I watched this subdivision being built over in South Fulton or College Park, I guess it is, ever since they started cutting down the trees. And when they started cutting down the trees, I'm like, what are they gonna build over here? Because it's not the best area. But I digress. Hey, one man's trash, another man's treasure. Guess that's the way things go. So this and Rocklin Homes, they are the exclusive home builder of the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not sure if you should have a lot of faith in that. I'm a Falcons fan, don't get me wrong. I mean, the exclusive builder of the Falcons, that means that something can get built up and next thing you know, boop, it's gone. So here are some of the incentives that they're giving, up to $20,000 in closing costs. And I was there yesterday in person. I talked to the person who's in that little office right there, or it's not really an office, it's a garage. They've converted and put some flooring in there. And he told me that they're giving $23,000 in closing costs. And the rates are just a little bit higher than 4.75, more like 5.25. But if you have a VA loan, you actually get a credit back at closing. Isn't that great? So I know you all are probably wondering, like, what are these homes going for? These are new construction homes. They call it the mid 300s, but I don't know. I mean, to me, when I was in math class, the middle of 300 and 400 was like 350. But here we go. I mean, and they have a lot of available homes. Like, I filmed a video there yesterday, but the wind was so bad because like it's right by the airport, and I don't know if wind from planes makes it down to the ground level, but the wind was like really, really terrible. I don't know if it was a water tower in the middle of the neighborhood. I mean, there was a couple of things that were going on there, but they have a lot of homes that are available. I mean, and these are like not lots. These are like literally like standing homes ready for you to like turn your key in and hey, welcome home. But here are some of the homes that they have available. You got 3-bedroom homes, 376. Now, I know it may sound crazy, but that's actually pretty much in par for what you'll find in resale right now for, Fulton County, $376,000. And so I asked them, I'm like, hey, with the rates that you have going on right now, with all the incentives, hey, I mean, I've got clients that might be interested. What will be the monthly payment for a home like this? And he said, $3,500, just $3,500 a month. I mean, hey, that's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, especially considering, like, I don't know, 3 years ago, the average mortgage was under $1,500. I'm sure people can cover the extra $2,000 a month and the extra $24,000 a year. I'm sure of that, aren't you? Now, to get you down to that interest rate, another tidbit that I'm not sure if the people who are buying there really understand is what they're doing is they're using something which is called a 2-1 buy down. All right, 2-1 buy down. 1-2 hut, Atlanta Falcons, 2-1 buy down. Tom Brady. All right, I'm not gonna say that again. I'm so sorry. I'm a Falcons fan. It just still hurts. Now, 2-1 buy down, the way that it works is that the first year of your mortgage interest rate is going to be 2 points less, like a 2-point conversion, 2 points less than today's rate. So that's how you can get down to, 5.25 or wherever they have it at. But the second year or the second 12 months or 12 months later, your mortgage rate actually adjusts up. Then it's going to actually be, I don't know, 6 and some change. And then the year after that, that's when it goes to market rate. I guess for most people, they are hoping and probably praying that by year 3, that mortgage interest rates are like back down to 2%. Somehow magically, even though 2%, 2.5%, that's like the lowest ever recorded in human history for interest rates. I saw that somewhere. And so people are really banking on that, but just don't know. It sounds like For a lot of people, you're paying $3,500 already. Can I blow this up for you all? There we go. You're paying $3,500 already. Nice home, nice finishes. It just seems like a house of cards. And I'm not sure how this is going to end for the housing market. I don't have a crystal ball. I mean, if you have a crystal ball, I used to have a cousin named Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball, if you see this, give me a call. It's been like 30 years, since we talked. But like I said, no one knows where this thing is going. But I just wanted to share the numbers with you and show you that this is what $3,500 gets you. I'll gladly sell you a home in here. I mean, gosh, I'm not interested in signing up for the mailing list or anything like that. But if you want a home like this, they do have them available. 4 bedrooms, 2,000 square feet, $3,500 a month. But I must tell you about the amenities. I'll be fair. They do have a splash park in the neighborhood, and they also are going to cut your grass for you. So if you're interested in low maintenance living for $3,500 a month and you can afford that, and you're looking to be right underneath airplanes as they fly in and out of the busiest airport in the entire world, give me a call. And I think that that's going to do it for today. I really just wanted to make a really quick video to let you all know exactly what happened in September, cover a couple of articles, and just to let you know, hey, home prices are never coming down. You have nothing to worry about. So if you need to buy a home, you better go do it today, or unless you're going to get left behind. I don't care how you do it. You can borrow money. You can put no money down on a home purchase. And, you'll just wake up in a couple of years and, you'll make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and, everything will be rainbows, marshmallows, and chocolate drops from the sky. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that housing prices will ever come down? Will they just go up forever? Or are you one of the people like me who's like, doesn't really matter if the home prices come down or not. What I'm waiting on is affordability to go up. So hit the comments below. Let me know what you think. This is another market update provided by me, a trusted realtor. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for your time. This is a trusted realtor. Deal closed.